My check 1, 2. Ok, muy buenas noches, damas y caballeros. Bienvenidos a un episodio más de Mero Valle Podcast. Estamos esta noche grabando con casa llena. Tenemos invitados bien jóvenes el día de hoy.
Thank you.
Acá comenzando con mi compa AreEss 3. Vamos a presentar primero que nada. Tenemos como mencionas tus temas, AreEss 3, eres representante de ¿qué compañía?
Damn It Boy Music.
Ok, arrímate un poquito más, por favor.
Damn It Boy Music is the name of the label.
Eso, camarada, ok. Acá a este lado tenemos a Emery. Y tú eres cantante, ¿verdad? You sing.
Yes.
Singer, right? Y allá de qué lado tenemos a mi compa
Kevin Ortiz,
también cantante, ¿verdad?
Sí, también cantante.
Los presento uno por uno porque aunque vienen juntos, es importante mencionar que cada uno es artista individual. En el caso de ellos, no cantan juntos. O sea, son artistas que tú representas.
Yes, they're under the label.
Bajo la label que tú tienes, ¿verdad?
Yes.
De música. Vamos a hablar un poquito español, un poquito inglés, para que se sientan todos cómodos. Normalmente hacemos en español, pero yo sé que, por ejemplo, you speak mostly English, right?
Yes.
So we're going to try and do your questions and everything that you want to talk about in English, just so you can feel more comfortable. Pero primero que nada vamos a empezar con AreEss 3, acá con mi homeboy AreEss 3, que yo te conocí a ti en el cine El Rey.
Yes.
Back towards the end of last year, ¿verdad? Fue cuando fue el concert de Domingo Elías.
I believe so.
Yeah.
See, around there.
You were hanging out ahí de hecho, Kevin Ortiz participated that day,
yes.
right?
He opened up the show.
Órale.
So that's why, and I remember seeing you from Volumen X.
Volumen X, yeah.
And
that was back in the day, man.
Yeah, that was it was
a couple of 100 pounds más.
Yeah, más o menos.
No, pero gracias a Dios aquí seguimos pues dentro de la música, echándole ganas, y pues me da gusto que hayan venido el día de hoy a compartir un poco de la historia de ustedes. So, AreEss, platícanos un poco de tu label. Tell us how it started, what it is exactly that motivated you to start your own label. What's your history with music?
Okay, first, I had this friend of mine that was always singing and stuff, and he wanted to record. Well, he passed away 7 years ago. So in honor to him, I said, you know what, I'm going to start recording, writing. So I did. Okay. And the first song I wrote was for him. Okay. And then I ended up seeing on YouTube, Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento.
Okay.
And I auditioned. I had never performed, never done nothing, no shows. And I made it. Like 2,000 people auditioned and 50 of us made it. So I went to California and I did the whole deal and stuff. I got to meet Pepe Garza, Ana Barbara, Don Cheto, and Fantasma.
Yeah.
And I didn't make it to the next round. They didn't tell me anything bad. The only thing is that I did like a song, but I changed the beat because I did like a rap song. Okay. And they just didn't like that. But they said that the flow was good and everything, but that's the only reason why I didn't make it.
Okay.
So I came back and
this is something that you wrote when when you performed there. That was a cover you performed.
Yeah, it was Mentirosa from Meloman Ace, but I did it with another beat. I did it a little bit faster.
Right.
And they liked it, but just they didn't like the way I changed the beat.
Yeah.
But
so it kind of counted against you.
Yeah, but it was a good experience. I knew I wasn't going to win the show, right? It was my first time performing, you know.
Yeah.
But it was a good experience. I learned a lot from that show, though.
Okay.
It was very good. And, I came back. I ended up doing, recording, writing songs and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the years passed, and I wanted to start a label. Mm. So I met some guys and stuff, and there was some problems with their IDs. They didn't have any IDs, but so I didn't end up doing the label. So a few years passed, and I said, you know what, I want to start up again, the label.
Yeah.
So that's where I met Kevin.
Okay.
Because he was a student at the school that I work at.
Okay.
And I don't know, we were talking about music, and then Kevin was walking by, and he said, oh, I sing. And I was like, oh, really? You sing? And then he showed me a video. Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, you sing. You sound really good. Okay. So and then I told him that I wanted to do a label, that I was doing a studio at my house. And he ended up telling his parents. So I ended up signing him. Last year, it was December 27th. I signed him for a 360 deal. So for a year. So we recorded. We did. He has some songs out, And it's getting already. It's gonna be December. Yeah, it's gonna be the year. So
if
he wants to sign again, well, he will sign again.
All right.
And
when you say 360, what does that mean exactly?
360 is like, since I have the studio, he goes in, he records at no charge, and then we split. His contract was we split 50%.
Okay.
So when he does a show, like, we'll split the 50%. Okay. And the streams, whatever.
Of course.
And whatever, if he sells shirts, we'll split the 50%. Yeah.
But in the meantime, you're doing all the behind the scenes work.
I do everything for him.
As far as the studio, doing the mix,
the promoting, the studio, everything. I do everything. Okay. And then a few months ago, my friend Julian Valdez from Aquí Entre Nosotros, he had an idea of doing a contest, right? A singing contest for kids. And I said, you know what? I have the same idea. So we got together and we did Buscando las Estrellas along with Magali de la Rosa. We were co-producers of the show. And that's where Emery, she ended up winning the contest. So a part of the deal was signing to my label. Okay. So she signed and she already recorded her first song. So that's where I'm at right now.
We're definitely going to talk a lot more about that. I want to hear her side of, her experience. Mm-hmm. But before we do that, I do want to ask you, before you did the Tengo Talento and all that, did you have any prior history with music before that?
I was in band when I was in high school.
Okay.
In school, yeah.
What'd you play?
I played trumpet.
Trumpet, right? That's some.
Yeah, and we would do some songs, but just messing around. Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah. So you could say that music for you was something that had kind of stayed in the background for a little bit, and you kind of like brought it back. And
yeah, because I used to DJ also.
Okay,
I DJed for a while,
right?
And that's basically it. Yeah. I've recorded several songs. Last month, 2 of them were in Michigan on the Tejano AM radio.
Okay.
One went to 13 and the other one to 12 on their countdown.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question regarding DJing. Of course, being a musician myself, I've DJed on the side as well. Mm-hmm. Throughout the years, sometimes, they don't want to hire a band. So I'll be like, oh, well, I'll DJ if you don't want the band. Yeah. So I've done it. All my life. Mm-hmm. But I've always gotten the debate with fellow musicians. That's always debating whether is a DJ a musician or not. And I'm always, you do have to have some knowledge of music.
You do.
What would you say? Would you consider a DJ to be a musician?
Because nowadays, DJs do their own music, though. Well, you know how you get loops and samples.
Yeah.
Which, a lot of people use loops and samples to do beats. And they do music. They do songs. And they add, they don't actually sing, or they could bring somebody in and they'll sing.
Yeah.
And they'll release a song.
Yeah. It's very common for that to happen. It's happened in the mainstream music.
Mm-hmm.
You got DJs like Tiesto.
Yes, that do big shows and people actually pay a lot of money to go see
them. So that's crazy. And you say, well, he just presses a button, but like you say, it's much more than just pressing a button.
Yeah, because he's mixing and doing all these
producing.
other things.
And I think even at our level, from what I can remember, when you mix what they call seamless mixing, which is when you go from one song to another and you do like a seamless mix where the beat stays the same, or you create some type of beat to make a transition. Mm-hmm. That requires some type of
you
common...
don't want it to skip or you're off beat.
Yeah.
You
I
could
think
tell.
If anything, there's a lot of rhythm to it that you gotta have. You gotta have common sense of rhythm. So maybe it's basic compared to what a real drummer would play, but there is some level of musicianship there. You gotta admit that. Know. So there it is, guys. The debate has ended. DJ is a musician. No, but that's badass. AreEss. AreEss or AreEss? How do you say it?
My name is Rolando Sepulveda.
Okay.
And so my initials are AreEss.
AreEss.
But when I first started in the music, there was a lot of people that would use RS3.
Okay.
So I went into Google. I said RS3, spell it out. So it spelled the word R.
Okay.
ARE, and then it put a capital E, and then an SS, and then the 3. When I play sports, I was number 3. So that's where I got the RS3.
So it just stuck to that.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I just stuck to that.
AreEss, no, está bueno.
Y pues I also have a song with one of your fellow guys with Baby D.
Okay.
Well, actually 2 songs, but the other song we haven't released it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good. Actually, that was one of the songs that was on the countdown.
on the Tejano countdown.
No,
pues a big shout out going out to Baby D who participated.
Yeah,
and we're gonna want to cut from whatever you make from that, so you better let us know. No te creas. I want to transition over to Emery over here. Of course, you sing. That's what you've done so far. Do you play any instruments?
No.
No, so just choir. That's all you've ever done.
Yes.
So how did music come into your life? How did that start?
Well, when I was 3 years old, I started singing, and in first grade, I had to do this project where like I had to do like something about the sun. So my mom was like, "Oh, let's make up a song," and we made up the song. And I got out of the shower one time, and she's like, "Emery, let's practice the song." So I did it. And when I did it, I hit out this like long note, and I actually did it for a long time, the note that I hold out. And my mom was like, "What the heck? Where did you get that from?" And then...
How old were you?
I was 5.
Okay.
So I was still pretty young at that age.
How old are you now?
I'm 11.
11, all right. So roughly about 6 years ago.
Yes.
You're still young.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, I mean, it's been 6 years. So 6 years is a lot of experience since if that's when you started singing. So to you, was that normal or did it freak you out as well? Or how did you take it?
I feel like I took it normal because like I feel like I'd hit it normal.
Okay.
So my mom was shocked. Like she was shocked. She was like, "What? Like, where'd you get this from?"
Yeah. But before that, like singing was not something you normally did, like around the house or.
I would sing to a lot of songs. My mom would say that like if I would like put on like a little show and it had a song, I would like listen to it, and for like once or twice, and then I would start singing it and like just keep on going constantly.
But it came naturally to you.
Yes.
Is there any background musicians in your family? Does somebody else sing?
My tia used to sing. She passed away 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes. But my mom says that she would sing, and I think that's where I pretty much got it from. So like even though she passed, we still have a musician that would like sing.
That's awesome. Do you have any memories of her like singing?
Yes, I do. This one time I went to my tia's house and she was there, and my tia put up her like one of her favorite songs. I forgot what it was called, and she started singing it, and I just remember that moment, her singing it, and I was like, wow, like she sang it so beautiful.
Yeah. So you could say that she was kind of like your first inspiration to get into music.
Yes.
Wow, that's so cool. Besides your tia, who else inspires you to sing? Like, who do you look up to as far as like singers that are right now, like mainstream singers?
I like Selena.
Okay.
And I also like Whitney Houston.
Oh wow.
And Celine Dion.
Celine Dion, she's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite Celine Dion song?
Probably My Heart Will Go On.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got a lot of good songs, but I think that's because of the movie, that's one of her most popular songs. But anything that she sings, I think, is beautiful. She's got a really beautiful voice. And Whitney Houston, of course, I mean, she had really good songs as well.
Really good songs.
Yeah, I remember growing up when I was in junior high. She was real popular. A lot of the choir girls or choir friends that I had that were in choir, like they're always trying to sing her songs and everything. So that was it was cool because I lived it. Maybe to you now they're like classic songs or like from the 80s or 90s. But I was around there when those songs were coming out. So it was pretty cool. Every time I hear her songs, I'm like, oh, it takes me back. That's awesome. So, of course, now you're signed with AreEss here.
Yes.
First of all, what was the experience for you of going into a studio? Because I imagine that was the first time you did it, right?
Yes.
So, were you intimidated at all?
I was a little nervous about recording because like it was my first time, and so we went over some songs, and then he found one song that I learned, which was Pura Donsura.
Okay.
And
is that by Jennifer Peña?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good song. Awesome.
Yes, and we recorded it, and then it came out yesterday.
Really?
Yes. And it was really cool. My friends were like, "Oh, Emery, like I've heard your new song. It's really good," and I'm like so happy for you.
Awesome.
And
it feels good to have your friend support, right?
Yes.
Everybody that goes to school with you.
Yes.
That's so cool. So before you recorded that song, had you heard it before? Did you know who Jennifer Peña was?
Not really.
No? Right. She was probably about your age when she came out, right?
Exactly. That's why I said, you know what?
Yeah.
The song will be perfect for her.
Yeah.
And her voice that she has, I was like, perfect song for her.
Yeah. You should check out. I mean, there's a lot of videos of her singing live now as a grown-up, but there's also videos of her when she started. So whenever you have a chance, check her out. I'm sure you'll be inspired, and I'm sure she'll be happy to know that you recorded her song. I mean,
and she didn't know in the studio that you could stop, like, okay, do it again. She thought she had to sing the whole song.
Okay,
no,
okay.
You can do it in pieces.
Were you going back and forth a lot? Like, did you have a lot of takes or?
Not really.
No, I think you have like 3.
Yeah, maybe
three
like
takes.
three.
And you knocked it
takes,
out?
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was it uncomfortable for you, like to be on a microphone and headphones and all that?
No.
It felt natural.
Yeah,
because from what I've seen, most singers freak out, and I mean I'm talking about grown-ups, grown men that are my age. It's their first time in a studio, and it's very different when you sing live because it's the sound, the ambience is different, and when you're in a studio, you probably experienced everything's in your headphones, and like you can't even whisper because it'll be right here, and that freaks people out sometimes. But I'm happy to hear that it came natural to you. That's pretty cool. So, where do you see yourself in the future? Of course, I imagine you want to continue singing and you want to make a career of it. But do you have like a long time goal per se?
I really don't know because like when I want to grow up, I really want to be a nurse.
Okay.
But if that really doesn't work out, then I really want to start with my singing career.
Right.
And I really want to help out like my mom and my family for all that they've done for me.
That's good.
And I want to get her a new house and like a bunch of stuff for her because of all the stuff that she has done for me by raising me and taking care of me.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's beautiful. I congratulate you for that. And I want to let you know that all this is being recorded on the camera. So you cannot say that you never said it. Okay? Now you're going to have to get the house. I'm just playing. But that's beautiful. I'm so glad you think that way and that you want to take care of your family. And I can tell you from experience that the music industry is hard. I'm sure AreEss has kind of filled you in on that. But all dreams are possible. I mean, if you're willing to put the work into it and you dream big and you learn to ignore all the negative comments because there's a lot of negativity. A lot of people are going to criticize you. There's a lot of haters. Yes. But you have to just learn to ignore that and just concentrate on the people that actually support you and like what you do, like your family. I want to send out a shout out to your mom who's present here. And that I think it's beautiful that she's supporting you and that she's, aside from AreEss, making sure that you're in the right hands. And I think you are. I think you're on your way. You have a good song. I haven't heard it, but I'm pretty sure if AreEss signed you, I'm pretty sure that he knows what he's doing.
And she has a big support, like her family, a lot of people from San Benito.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Any upcoming presentations here in the Valley?
She does a lot of national anthem for the game.
Yes, I do.
They get in for the city. She does a lot for the community and church.
Right.
Yeah, I did one recently I think it was last week on Saturday. I did it for the veterans, and it was also my mom's birthday. So happy late birthday, Mom.
That was a beautiful present.
Yeah, and I was getting anxiety because I was sick, and then I started coughing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna hit it. Like, I was just so scared. I cried for like a little bit because like I was super anxious and scared. But then when I came out and I hit it, I was like, yes, I hit it.
It feels good, right?
Yes.
To know you did that.
And then I was like, okay, now I'm fine. Like, I can relax. So then the anxiety went away and I feel so much better.
Yeah. Do you know who Vicente Fernandez was? He was a Mexican, probably the top Mexican mariachi singer.
Oh, yes.
You remember him?
Yes.
Well, he once said in an interview that, they asked him, hey, after all these years of singing, is it normal for you? Like, are you confident? Do you go on stage and not think about it? And he said he still got nervous. He's like, every single concert, I'm nervous. And that's how I know that I still love this, because the day that I don't feel nerves or anxious or anxiety anymore, then that's the day I'm going to stop. I'm going to retire because I no longer have passion. When you're passionate about something, you want to do it right. And I think that's what happens to you. I mean, hearing you talk, it's like you're worried about hitting the right notes, doing a good performance.
Yes.
And that's a good thing, because the public deserves the best. When you're an artist, you have to give your best. And that's the attitude to have. So I congratulate you on that.
Thank
Felicidades. I want to turn over the microphone over there to Kevin Ortiz.
Kevin.
Vamos a cambiarle un poquito aquí al lenguaje porque mi compa Kevin sí habla español. Hablas inglés también, ¿verdad,
Hablo
Kevin?
inglés también, sí.
Pero le vamos a dar en español porque mi compa Ortiz se dedica a cantar música norteña, ¿verdad, carnal?
Sí, pues.
A ver, Kevin, primero que nada, ¿cómo empieza la música en tu vida? ¿Cómo llega la música en tu vida?
Pues yo más escucho, pues yo lo escuchaba desde cuando estaba chiquito, así comenzaba.
Órale.
Sí.
¿Tienes familia que es músico?
Sí, como mi abuelo, siempre me la paso cantando con él.
Órale.
Siempre llega a la casa, vamos a cantar una canción que siempre llega a la casa y me dice, vamos a cantar una canción.
Órale.
Sí, ahí cantamos, echamos unos corridos, él me hace la segunda, o él me
¿Él
enseña
toca guitarra o algo?
No, pues tocaba antes, me dijo que ya se le olvidó todo.
Órale.
Ya paró.
O sea, nomás así a capela, como dicen.
Sí, nomás pura capela hacíamos, como pues, yo apenas me toco en un acordeón.
Sí.
Sí, ahí estamos ahí afuera.
¿Cómo se llama tu abuelito?
Mi abuelo Chuy, se llama Jesús.
Chuy.
Jesús segundo.
Jesús Segundo, un saludo para Jesús Segundo. Y bueno, pues tiene que ver esta entrevista porque va a estar aquí su nieto
Sí.
platicando un poco de su historia y su música. ¿Y a qué edad empezó todo eso, Kevin?
Pues tenía 4 años, yo comencé con mariachi.
Órale.
Con mariachi canté una de Pedrito
Fernández.
Pedrito Fernández, sí.
Órale.
La mochila azul, con ese comencé.
¿Es la clásica?
Sí.
¿Es la clásica? Es
Sí.
todo. ¿Y cómo te sentías cuando, o sea, cuando tú cantabas? ¿Tú sentías que era algo que se te venía natural? ¿Podías afinarte naturalmente?
Sí, yo nomás cantaba y todo le gustaba.
Sí.
Sí. Pues yo no sentía nada, yo nomás cantaba y
¿No
cantaba.
te daba pena, ni
No.
nervios, ni nada?
Y ahora como pues ahora sí me da poco de nervio, ¿verdad?
Sí,
Pero-
sí, sí. Es que esto es más difícil, carnal, déjame
Sí.
decirte. Hacer entrevistas con cámaras y todo porque no estamos impuestos.
Sí.
Pero yo siempre digo que, especialmente en un podcast, es una plática, carnal. Vamos a platicar como si estuviéramos platicando en una cena, en un restaurante y todo eso.
Sí.
Tú tranquilo, no pasa nada. Si la regamos, al cabo aquí
Sí.
ahí lo borro, no pasa
Sí.
nada. Oye, ¿y cómo llegaste acá con AreEss? ¿Cómo se conocieron? ¿Cómo empezaron a colaborar en su disquera?
Pues en la escuela, pues yo andaba ahí, andaba escuchando a ellos que a ver qué decían, ¿verdad? Pero
Okay. ¿Él trabajaba en la escuela donde
sí,
tú estabas?
era de lunch.
Sí.
Iba
Ok.
a lonche y luego pues ahí lo miré, estaba en música. No, pues yo canto, le digo.
Órale.
Ahí le enseñé el video cuando cantaba y le
¿Qué edad tenías cuando lo conociste?
15 años.
15 años. Ok.
Ahora tengo 16, pero...
So, hace un año más o
O sea,
menos.
hace un año más o menos.
Órale, órale. Y antes de eso, ¿no habías tenido ninguna, por ejemplo, una oportunidad con una disquera o no habías grabado, no habías hecho?
Es que eso no lo estaba viendo ahorita, como así era, como yo más cantaba, ¿verdad? Y pues más escuché como con Rolly y dije, no, pues déjame que canto, ¿verdad?
Sí, sí.
Y pues dijo, bueno, no, pues tengo label, está bien, digo. Me comenzó a platicar de eso, me gustó.
Yeah.
Y me dijo que sí, que se sign con su label, dije que estaba bien, pero primero tengo que hablar con mis padres, ¿verdad? Pues
Claro.
mis padres son los
Claro.
que van a ser los responsables de mí, ¿verdad? Y pues mi papá lo estaba pensando, mi mamá estaba como que sí, que no, sí, ¿verdad? Duré rato.
Oye,
duré
¿qué decía?
rato.
Ponte a estudiar mejor.
Sí, y lo duré rato. Y dijo, no, pues trátalo si quieres. Digo.
Órale.
So, mi papá dijo que estaba bien. Y pues ya, por fin. Y está ahí con Rolly y va todo bien.
Órale. Pues yo tuve la oportunidad, o todos nosotros los del grupo Mero Valle tuvimos la oportunidad de escucharte en el Cine El Rey cuando abriste el concierto de Domingo Elías III, que le mandamos un saludo, por cierto. Y no lo haces nada mal, carnalito. Te felicito.
Muchas
Creo
gracias,
que,
muchas gracias.
tu voz está espectacular, cantas muy bien, pero lo que me llamó más la atención es tu presencia en el escenario.
Sí.
Se ve que manejas muy bien el público, como que no te intimidas. Y eso ya es ventaja, carnal, porque la mayoría de nosotros cuando empezamos es lo que nos da miedo. Jesse cuando empezó a cantar se volteaba al revés, así no miraba a la gente.
Yo le cantaba a Alex, no a la gente.
Sí, estaba, no me mires a mí, mira a la gente. No, pero qué buena onda. Y pues creo que estás en buenas manos y estás empezando con el pie derecho. Y pues te deseamos mucho éxito, que sigas con todo ese rollo.
Muchas gracias.
¿Qué son los planes ahorita? Has grabado, me imagino, ¿verdad? Ya han sacado producción.
Sí.
¿Cuántos singles han sacado?
Tiene un EP, tenía 5 songs y de ahí tiene 2 other songs y de ahí, right now tiene como unas 3 more que we're gonna record during the vacation time.
Okay.
Y tiene una con su his grandfather.
Okay.
Sí, because como pues su grandfather, he had to have one con su grandfather. So tiene
¿Cómo se llama
una-
la canción esa?
Se llama Se vende esta casa por los jilgueros de Arroyo.
Okay.
Sí.
¿Se vende esta casa? ¿No es la que cantan los invasores?
No, la canta los jilgueros de Arroyo.
Oh, ok. Pero no es la misma canción, ¿verdad?
No sé yo, pero yo lo escucho por los jilgueros.
Es que los invasores tienen una que
porque
dice...
también se me hace que también la casa de los Carlos y José también.
Sí, no es una que dice que la vendo barata porque
en
ella me engañó la idea.
Sí.
Ok, eso no es original de los invasores.
No.
Yo pensé que era de ellos. Los jilgueros. Sí, porque ellos son más para atrás que invasores, ¿verdad? Son de más tipo para atrás. Órale, no, qué buena onda. ¿Y cómo te sientes saber que hay una grabación donde pues la persona que más te inspiró a cantar, tu abuelito, que está cantando contigo? ¿Cómo te hace sentir eso?
No, pues me hace feliz, me hace mucho feliz. Sí. Pues lo que me hace más feliz es que estar junto con él, ¿sabes?
Claro.
Estar con él, grabar una canción con él, ir a tocadas con él.
Hizo perform en un concert.
Okay.
Eran los Duendes de Control.
Okay,
were the main group. Yeah. And cantó Kevin y el grandfather cantó con él. They got to perform together. Yeah, they got to perform together.
No, qué bueno.
That was pretty good. That was really nice.
Órale. Yeah. ¿Y qué planes para futuro, Kevin? Ahorita, ¿qué presentaciones vienen? ¿Te vas a presentar en algún lugar aquí en el Valle? ¿Ahora pronto?
Pues en la escuela. En la escuela vamos a tener como un evento, pero por el Public todo puede venir como folclórico. Voy a tocar con mi grupo de la escuela.
Okay.
Voy a cantar, voy a abrir el show y todo.
Okay.
Va a estar bueno.
¿Tú participas en el conjunto, en el programa de conjunto de la escuela?
Sí, yo participo en el programa de conjunto.
Órale. Ellos te respaldan con la música.
Sí.
Okay. Y por ejemplo, si alguien te quiere contratar para un evento, ¿estás disponible para eso también?
Sí, estoy disponible.
Bodas, quinceañeras,
sí,
fiestas.
para todo.
Órale. No, está bueno, pues vamos a encargarle al público si están por ahí buscando música norteña. Aquí contraten a Kevin Ortiz para que se ponga buena la fiesta y con música norteña y
mariachi
y por un precio extra se lleva a su abuelito también,
Sí.
De voladita. No, pues felicidades. Kevin, como le pregunté aquí a Emery, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Let me make sure I want to get it right. Le pregunté ahorita a Emery que qué planes tiene ella a futuro, ¿verdad? Con la música. ¿Qué planes tienes tú? ¿Qué te gusta? Por ejemplo, ¿en dónde te ves en 10 años? ¿Qué te gustaría estar haciendo dentro de la música?
Pues me gustaría estar en la música. Más que como por si acaso no se hace, como que tengo como un plan B y un plan B, así.
Claro.
Como a mí me gusta hacer electrician. Estoy en electrician dentro de la música. Sí. Como primero todo así, como la música. Sí. Y pues lo voy a tratar. Si va bien, va a ver todo bien. Ahí le he hecho ganas, pues como quiero echar ganas y todo.
Yeah.
Si la hago la música, pues ahí me quedo, ¿verdad? Si no, pues voy a comenzar a estudiar. Como que estoy estudiando para electrician, todo así, para welding, así quiero estudiar.
Claro.
Tengo plan A y plan B, sí.
Claro, no, es bueno siempre tener un respaldo. Sí. Obviamente, la música es muy celosa. Te lo voy a decir, Kevin. La verdad es que la música te requiere mucho tiempo. Pero creo que estás en la edad perfecta para, como quiera, hacer las dos cosas y la música, como quiera, poder echarle ganas. Y te recomiendo que ahorita le dediques todo el tiempo que puedas. Obviamente tienes un mentor increíble aquí con AreEss. Sí. Él te va a saber guiar, pero lo más importante es que tú vayas acumulando esa experiencia y pues la apliques a tu carrera. Sí. Y podamos estar pendientes aquí en el podcast para ver tu carrera y pues te deseamos todo el éxito. Como quiera.
And this past Saturday, a film premiered. He came out in a local film.
¿Nombre?
De Gerardo González.
Okay.
The story of Gerardo
González. La película de Gerardo González. Sí. Es un corrido, ¿verdad?
Ahí estaba
de los Bravos.
Rubén Robles.
Okay.
Was the singer that they did the song for the film.
Okay.
And Kevin salió como un police, como un jailer opening the doors.
Órale.
Sí.
No, está bien.
Y cantó también ahí.
Sí.
En el premiere,
en la película.
Yeah.
Órale. Entonces de repente sí te gustaría actuar también, combinar la música con la actuación.
Donde haya oportunidad yo voy, digo.
Claro. Sí. Sí, no, pues hay que calar un poco de todo.
Sí. Pero like them, well, you know how discipline has to be, and school comes first. So during the week they don't record because they have to do their work and stuff. Only like on weekends or on vacations, well, it doesn't matter, right?
Claro.
But first is their school, so if they have a school function, we don't do anything with music because that comes first.
Claro.
That was part of the deal también.
Sí, pues especialmente por la edad que tienen, pues ahorita es, como dices tú, o sea, la escuela es primero y pues prepararse. Y ya que tengas algo de respaldo, pues ya puedes decidir, ¿sabes qué? Tengo ya mi degree, de high school, de electrician, déjame darle 100% a la música. Y si no pasa nada, pues como quiera tienes tu degree y pues puedes trabajar con eso. Qué buena onda. Voy a pasar acá con Jesse también, que canta, que también...
Yo no te hago segunda, güey. No, yo no hago segundas. Yo tenía una pregunta. ¿Habrá chance de que de repente una colaboración con Emery?
No, sí, yo creo que sí.
¿Cómo qué escogerían para cantar en eso?
Pues si le gusta tejano, pues le puedo ser tejano, norteño, como así.
Ok. Sí, porque pues digo, tú eres más norteño,
sí.
Obviamente, no sé qué estilo lleve ella, pero le acaban de grabar una canción que es básicamente tejana, que era lo que entró Jennifer Peña.
La cumbia.
Entonces, yo pienso que bueno, yo me acuerdo cómo cantaste tú, obviamente, yo no la he oído cantar a ella, pero pues, si ya la grabaron es porque tiene una voz increíble, ¿verdad? Y aparte por su edad, tiene mucho que decir también, o sea, no cualquiera se va a comprometer con un contrato, ¿verdad? De esa magnitud. Pero yo quisiera escuchar una colaboración de los dos, a ver.
¿Sería interesante?
I think she could do anything. Yeah. Her voice, like...
It's versatile.
Yeah. She has a very strong voice and the pitch, like she could hit the high pitches, everything.
Plus,
like,
there's a lot of options out there as far as duets. I mean, there's been so many duets in Tejano music and norteño music, or even in pop music, whatever you all want to do. And right now, the industry is changing so much. I mean, you have artists that used to be just Tejano or just norteño, and they're venturing into other genres. And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the perfect example of that is Karim Leon. Do you know who that is?
No.
Karim Leon, you heard of him? Tú sí sabes quién es Karim Leon, ¿verdad?
Okay, let's cut that and say yes.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's okay. You can say if you don't know, that's fine. But he's one of the top regional Mexican artists at the moment. I mean, he's at the top of the list. Pero not only is he having success with regional Mexican, but he's venturing into country music, and singing in English and stuff like that. So the sky's the limit. Nowadays, I think we were talking about that before we started the podcast. How years before, if you sang in Spanish, you sang in Spanish, and that's it. It was. You were not allowed to go into other genres. Nowadays, that's what everybody shoots for, and it's difficult. Not everybody can pull it off. But if you do, I mean, if you're going to find yourself being very busy, because you're not only going to play your gigs for your people, but also for all the new fans that you're bringing in. So, I mean, if you feel that that's something you would like to do, in the future, I mean, that's definitely an option to go by.
Hay una canción que a mí me gustaría oírla en estilo norteño. A lo mejor le puedes dar un poquito de twist tú. Precisamente es de Jennifer Peña, también la grabó con Cumbia Kings. Se llama Abrázame y Bésame la canción, creo, ¿verdad? ¿Tiene el título ese? Escúchenla. Estuviera chido que la grabaran, pero con acordeón, más norteña. Igual, es una cumbia, obviamente, pues le dan el twist de los Cumbia Kings, que es más R&B, y con lo tejano de Jennifer. Pero pienso yo que con bajo sexto, acordeón y con las voces de ustedes estaría chida la rolita. Chéquenla.
Y le vamos a tratar.
We actually have a song, Kevin and I, talking about genres. It's a mariachi rap. He does the hook part, the mariachi, y pues I do the rap part.
Okay.
And it was pretty good. It came out pretty good.
Yeah. No, pues es que you never know what's gonna work.
He did his part, and then it changes, and
it's very important that you feel it. If you feel that it's it sounds good, even if it's weird or something different, but if you're feeling it and you feel that his voice is sounding good, I think it's worth it to put it out. I mean, a lot of people hesitate. I know me and Jesse, we've done that in the past where we'll come up with an idea in here. And we're like, man, that's too weird. People are gonna freak out.
Usually the weird are the ones.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing that we don't put it out, and then a few months down the road, some big artist puts out something similar, and we're like, hey, not that they copied from us, but what I'm trying to say is that, hey, it worked for them. Why can't it work for us?
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess my point is, don't ever be afraid of trying new things. Even if you think people are not gonna like it. If you're feeling it and you feel it sounds good to you, go for it, man. That's always what I say. Mr. AreEss, for your label, primero que nada, ¿cómo se llama la label?
Damn It Boy Music.
Damn It Boy Music.
Yeah.
Why Damn It Boy?
Damn It Boy, because I used to say that a lot when I was younger.
All right.
I used to say that a lot. Damn It Boy Music. Yeah. Well, not music, but just Damn It Boy.
Get a little closer, please. To the mic.
Oh, just Damn It Boy. And I just stuck with it.
Okay. I noticed that you put a lot of the names of your project, like your name, the number 3, the name for your label, like it has to do with a lot of things that you've experienced, like being in football, the type of language that you use to speak. You use that like to make it more like identify who you are.
To identify, and I guess it's more personal.
Yeah.
I guess it would be like, this is me, you know, and now I'm doing this, so this is where this came from.
Yeah,
and then awesome. The logo also has the American flag and the Mexican flag, so it represents both.
Yeah, you feel it's you know, like you say, being Mexican American, like most of us are here in the Valley.
Yes.
You feel that you would like to represent both sides of the music industry?
Yes, because I do English and Spanish. Yeah. So that's why.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what somebody sings, whether it's country, whether it's hip hop, it doesn't matter. Whether it's norteño.
Because I have, like, talking about genres, I released an EP and it's titled Genres. Okay. It has irregular hip hop rap. I have a country rap. I have like conjunto. Okay. And then I have a corrido, like tumbao, like rap type. Okay. So I have all genres mixed in there.
That's awesome, man. No, pues we definitely want to check all that out, man, and make sure that la gente, if people want to check that out, how can they find it? How
Under RS3.
RS3?
Yeah.
On all music platforms?
All music platforms. Okay. RS3.
Awesome. Awesome.
And on YouTube, pues yeah, everything.
Okay. I'm going to pass over here to Emery. I want to ask you some questions. So, I know music is your thing right now, and obviously you're really focused on it. But when you're not doing music and you're not doing school, what other activities do you like to do?
I like to do sports. I like to do volleyball, basketball, soccer. That's pretty much it.
All right. So do you like just to watch them as well, or play them?
I like to watch them as well. My cousin.
Because I don't like to watch sports. Like I don't like when they show them on TV or a football game. I don't like to go. I like to play them though.
Yeah.
It's more interesting. So you would say you're more of a athlete, hands-on athlete, right?
Yes.
All right. And how long have you been doing that?
Volleyball. I've been doing it. This is my second year doing it. Basketball, I've been doing it for, I think, also 2 years. All right. And then soccer, I've been doing it for 2 years.
Okay. And of those three, which one's your favorite?
Volleyball.
Yeah, I've been hearing you talk more about volleyball since you got here. That's awesome. So, has it ever been like a conflict where you have a game and you also have to go sing and you have to choose between doing one or the other? Has that ever happened?
I don't think it's happened.
No? Mm-mm. What would you choose if that would happen?
Music, singing.
You go sing?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's dedication.
No hesitation.
No hesitation.
Yeah. I'm asking because I know back in my day when I was in high school, I had a lot of friends who were in music as well, but they were also in athletics. And some of them chose to go play instead, like their game. But, you know, we all have our priorities and we all, you know, just have to follow our heart, you know, whatever we like to do. But I'm glad you chose music.
Yes.
You know, I think it's something more beautiful and it's better than sports, I say.
Yeah.
Kevin, ¿tú qué haces en tus ratos libres cuando no estás en la música, que estás en la casa, que estás relajado? ¿Qué te gusta hacer?
Pues para mi cumpleaños me compré un acordeón. Okay. Y como pues cuando tengo tiempo libre me la puedo como aprender.
Okay.
Sí, me meto en YouTube, busco clases. Ahí le veo poquito, ahí pongo en TikTok a veces música y tocando el acordeón.
Órale. Sí, ¿en qué tono está?
En sol, mi acordeón está en tono sol.
Órale. ¿Y ese es el tono en el que tú cantas?
Sí,
como si te acomodas bien con él.
Canto con sol, sí.
Sí. Está interesante cómo los acordeones tienen ese detalle, ¿verdad? Aunque había un cantante, válgame, se me va su nombre. Es un señor que es de aquí del Valle, el que siempre mencionan de los tonos del acordeón. ¿No te acuerdas? El de los cachorros, José Luis Villarreal, ¿verdad? Se llama. Sí. El señor, hay un video de él, no sé si lo has visto, donde él explica que en realidad puedes tocar todos los tonos en el acordeón. Sí, lo he visto, sí. ¿Sí lo has visto?
Sí, una partecilla nomás.
Oye, pero los dedos yo creo está bien canijo, ¿no? Sí. Porque tienes que tener la...
nomás donde sea, los dedos.
Sí, pero...
yo lo toco y se me atora el dedo, me da un cramp. Pues no, se me queda atorado el dedo y digo, no, pues...
Creo que el que los acordeones estén en diferente tono nomás lo facilita más, ¿no? Sí. Como para las posiciones y todo. Por eso varios artistas... ¿Has visto el del Poder del Norte cuando tocan vivo? Que tiene todos los acordeones atrás.
Oh, sí.
Son como 10 o 15 acordeones. ¿Sí, ya son bastantes?
Oye, esa cara de acordeones.
Sí, yo lo siento por el que las carga, el cargador. Que tiene que poner todo eso ahí.
Y luego, aunque sea simple, como la mía simple, tan cara todavía. Como si fuera una gamena, algo así, nambe.
Ya, no, sí es una feria.
Un pavo ahí, digo.
Sí. Oye, Kevin, y bueno, el acordeón como quiera, pues tiene que ver con la música, pero ¿alguna otra cosa que te guste hacer, aparte de la música?
No, pues ahí limpiar, así andar afuera.
Sí. ¿Te gusta trabajar?
Sí, es lo que me hace más... Siempre ando por ahí.
No, mi papá fuera estaba encantado contigo.
He has gallos, a little miniature Cuban.
¿Te gustan los gallos?
Sí, me gustan los gallos.
Órale. ¿Cuántos tienes?
No, ahorita, pero comenzando apenas tengo como unos 3, 4 por ahí.
Ok. ¿Y ya los estás entrenando o...?
Los estoy criando.
Ok.
Para vender, así ya que quiero comenzar a criar.
Ok. Oh, pero no para entrenar así para... Porque muchos tienen como gallos, pero como...
Sí, de pelea y todo eso.
Sí, los entrenan y todo. Yo tengo un primo que se dedica mucho a eso. Le mando un saludo para Chuy Cuello, por allá en Río Grande. Él tiene... Fácil, tendrá como unos 50 gallos atrás de su casa. Y no, me le encanta, es su pasión. Si le gustan, los cuida yo creo mejor que a la familia a veces. No, no te creas. No, pero es una pasión, ¿me entiendes? Y es lo que te quería preguntar, porque obviamente la música es nuestra pasión, es lo que más nos encanta hacer, pero siento que a veces es bueno tener un hobby aparte, algo que no tenga nada que ver con la música como para desconectarte. ¿Me entiendes? Porque la música sí llega a un punto, aunque nos gusta mucho, llega a un punto donde te puedes como dicen en inglés, burn out un poquito. Y entonces that's donde te desconectas y pues haces otra cosa. ¿Video games no te gusta jugar?
No juego mucho.
¿No?
I'm not like a video game guy.
No, órale.
Sí, no soy mucho juego.
Yo puro Street Fighter. Puro games
a
de los 90s. Tú sí juegas Street Fighter, ¿verdad? ¿Sí te acuerdas de Street Fighter, no?
Back then, yeah.
Back in the day.
Donkey Kong and all.
Sí. Ese es Atari. Te viste bien para atrás, ¿no?
Oh, pero yo actual machine, not video game.
En el arcade.
Arcade.
Sí. Bueno,
they're actually opening a really big place in Edinburgh, a new place.
Okay.
It opens actually Friday.
An arcade?
Yeah, it's called Monkey Blast or something.
Orale.
It's there where the theater's at.
Yeah.
It's a big place.
And it's gonna have like all the classic games?
All the classic games.
Orale.
I think it's a bar and grill too.
Orale. No, that's really exciting. You me acuerdo back in the day, there was a place like that inside the mall. I don't know if you remember back in the 90s.
In the what was it? The other mall. What was the other mall?
Bueno, había yeah, that's true.
Central
in the Central Mall,
right?
Yeah.
They had games.
Estaba el theater y luego when you would go in the actual mall to your left, right?
They had all
right
the
there.
games there,
That's true. But even before that, there was one at the Plaza Mall. Yeah, it was a two-story one. There was the there was one on the first floor y arriba. Sí. That was a lot bigger, pero no me acuerdo. Si me daban $20, I would go and spend them all there, man. I love that.
It's worse than gambling.
Yeah, but it was.
The games were what, a quarter?
Yeah,
it was a quarter.
Yeah, pero me gustaba jugar Street Fighter porque como it was a two-player game, if you could beat everybody that was playing you, you'd play for free because they're the ones that
they had to.
They had to pay to play you. So if you beat them, pues you don't have to, you keep playing. Yeah. Pero there was always that kid that got there y te ganaba y órale pa afuera. Ya no, that was it. But what about you, Emery? Are you into anything like video games or anything like that, or online games or anything?
Kind of, yeah.
What do you like to play?
Roblox, pretty much.
Roblox?
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids like that one too. There's another one though. There's Roblox and there's what's it called? Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
they like
I
that
used
one
to
too.
play that. I don't play it no more.
No, yeah, it's really popular with the kids nowadays. That's awesome, man. AreEss, ¿qué planes para futuro? Ahorita lo que viene, obviamente estás grabando a los artistas. You're putting music out.
Well, my focus right now is on them too.
All right.
And so I'm gonna like kind of slow down with my music so I could focus on them.
All right.
And because I'm getting close to retire already from work.
Okay.
30 years already. So I'm gonna have more
with the
time.
School district.
With the school
you're gonna
district.
retire from that. Okay. So
So
you're gonna go full time into
that,
managing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And start doing shows and stuff like that.
But that's where it starts, man. Actually, yesterday, many people know that the Selena documentary came out.
Oh yeah.
On Netflix, and from I mean, obviously as a Selena fan, you take a lot from it. Of course, the memories and admiring her as an artist, but seeing how they worked as a family and how they. Sure, she was talented. She had the voice. She had the charisma. Everything that an artist should have. But I give a lot of credit to the family. They worked very hard. They learned the ropes, the industry. And I think in a way we're all trying to do that. We're all trying to find our path in music. And aside, performing is fun. And that's why we do it. But there's so much behind it. So much behind the industry that you have to know.
The whole game.
Yeah. But I think that documentary is a perfect example. And I think anybody who's in the music industry should definitely watch it. Not only to honor Selena's memory, which we love, of course, but it's a good blueprint of how to manage your career in music. So I really recommend.
Do you remember where you were at when they announced that?
I do actually. Yeah, I was walking out of the N building at Mission High School. Oh, I was about to meet my girlfriend, and she's the one that told me. So
I was at we were in Cuero, because I used to be a roadie for Elida
Reina Yavente.
Yeah, and that's when we found out.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody went to the show. I think there may be like 5 people, because they were gonna cancel, but they were already there. They had to, they had to do the show. Yeah. And like only 5 people, nobody went because of that.
Of course. It was a real shocker, man. It was. I think it's very. I mean, all cultures have like an icon, or maybe not cultures, but let's per se John Lennon. In his time.
In his time.
When that happened to him, that they of course they took his life as well. All his fans, all the Beatles fans and everything. It was difficult. We couldn't believe it. But I think Selena was, I mean, that was us, man, la raza.
Yeah.
La gente mexicana, los chicanos, the Tex-Mex culture. It hit very close to home. It almost felt like if it was somebody in the family.
You never hear of anything like that, at least over here. In Mexico, maybe, like, some of the people that were sing corridos, how in Mexico, some of them that get killed.
Yeah.
But this was like way before.
Yeah. And
you would never hear of anything like that. A singer that get killed like that.
No. Yeah, especially like in our type of music. Yeah. And especially the way it happened, and it was very unfortunate. But I like that her family does a lot to keep her memory alive, and that they continue to do. They get a lot of hate. They get a lot of criticism because they're in a way making money with all that. But that's part of the machine, that's just the way it works. I mean, I think at the end of the day, what counts is that they're keeping her memory alive, and a lot of people are, in your case, new generations, you're getting to know her and not only know her music, but know how she started and everything that she went through. And that's very important. That's very important because a lot of times we see artists and we see them up there and we admire them, but we don't know everything that they've been through.
Yeah,
and I think
because it's not an easy road. So
it isn't.
It's a difficult road to be on top.
Yeah, and I think it's so cool that in this moment that's where you are. You're trying to get yourself out there. You too, Kevin. Getting your music, and I think it's even though it's hard and there's a lot of obstacles, but it's also a very beautiful part of it. When you're starting out, because it's when you're hungry to get things done. You're experiencing new things, and it's just really fun. I think when I started, and I'm sure Jesse feels the same way, when we started in music, of course we love doing it now, but it's always fun to remember when we started, like, oh, remember when we were doing this and we were doing that. And when you experience the first crowd for the first time, I can remember the first time people actually clapped when we were playing, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, they're clapping for us, but it feels good,
and
to
adding to that, even if there was a point in time in your life where you all think you need to take a break, you'll be back. Trust me. Because we had retired already officially from music. We had nothing to do with music. Then we started this podcast, and it just blew up again. And it's instilled already in your heart. It's instilled in your blood. And you're not gonna let it go. So you might as well focus on it while you're at it, and just give it your all, man. I want to congratulate you guys for embarking in esa avenida, vaya. Entonces y pues qué bueno que tienen a alguien que los pueda representar por ese lado, también alguien con experiencia que ha recorrido ese camino. And they're on you, brother.
Yeah.
They're your responsibility.
They have a lot. They have a very promising future.
Awesome. Yeah. No, pues AreEss, Emery, Kevin, I want to thank you for making time to come out tonight and chatting with us. It was really fun. I want to leave the door open for you guys to come back. As you put out more music and you're doing more projects, I want to, the public wants to hear more about it. Okay. So feel free to come on down whenever you.
Maybe that song, maybe you guys can do the music for that song you were talking about.
Okay.
We'd be honored.
Yeah. Yeah, we're certainly down. No, we're always up for collaborations, and I think it's a beautiful thing. Somos del Valle todos, so why not help each other?
Well, thank you very much for having us here. Finally.
I think
finally, we were going to be here in April.
Yeah.
But my wife's birthday was on a Saturday. And I had to rush her to the hospital because one of her intestines busted.
Oh, man.
So from April to August 28th, she went back so they could connect her intestine back. Well, it didn't work out. So she had to have another surgery, and it was like a big cut and stuff. And finally, she's doing all right. She's doing okay.
But I imagine the recovery was kind of long.
Yes, so she's still recovering. Yeah. She's doing okay. It's an everyday thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, well,
but
we hope
finally, that's what I'm saying. Finally, we made it.
Well, we're wishing her a fast recovery. Le mandamos un saludo. ¿Cómo se llama tu esposa?
Velma Sepulveda.
Le mandamos un saludo wherever she's at. Hopefully she enjoys this podcast, and she's of course you have her support.
Yes.
For everything you're doing in music, so that's awesome. Emery, before we leave, any last words, any shout outs you want to send out to anybody?
Shout out to my family and to my mom for bringing me here, and for RS3 for making me sign and everything. It was just like, I just love it.
You're excited about what's
And actually, she won with a song from Celine Dion.
Yes.
That's what she sang in the finals.
My Heart Will Go On?
Yes, that's what she sang. And
awesome.
like, wow.
Is there a video on that? Is that on YouTube?
Actually, yes. It's on the Aquí Entre Nosotros, Buscando las Estrellas, the finale, and it'll be there.
All right, we're going to send everybody to go check it out. Go check out on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Acá Entre Nosotros.
Aquí Entre Nosotros.
Aquí Entre Nosotros. And they can search the videos and you're on there.
Should be there.
Está bien. Well, we're going to check it out. Kevin, unos saluditos que quieras mandar antes de despedirnos.
Unos saludos a mis padres, a toda mi familia y a Rolly por tenerme aquí. Yeah. Esperemos a grabar más canciones en el futuro y pues ahorita también.
Claro que sí.
Pues sí, muchos pues sí, muchos saludos a todos, a mi familia, a mis padres.
Claro.
Más a mi abuelo Chuy.
Claro.
Le mando saludos ahí cuando cantamos más canciones, grabamos más canciones con mi abuelo.
Claro que
Los
sí.
Chuyes somos bien chidos.
Sí. Saludito para Don Chuy, le felicitamos aquí, su nieto. Siéntase muy orgulloso porque le está echando muchas ganas y sé que va a hacer cosas grandes.
I want to send some shout outs to my wife, obviously, that supports me 100%, my family, and Julián Valdés and Magali de la Rosa. I want to send a shout out to them.
Es todo. Saludos a toda la gente que ve este capítulo. Como siempre les agradecemos. Los invitamos a que nos sigan en todas las redes sociales. Les deseo a todo el mundo un excelente día y una linda noche. Chao, chao.
Let's get started. Stop to me.